guys, welcome back to my channel. My camera battery is dead and charging at the moment, so I'm just using my phone right now. So if that's why it looks a little weird, or if I'm like can't figure out where to put my eyes, that's why. But basically I'm just filming a day in my life today. I just felt in the mood to like pull out the camera. So I've worked out this morning, I watched some YouTube videos, I had breakfast, which you saw, and I've just been doing like a little bit of cleaning, but nothing serious. Like I did a full clean of the kitchen today. Yeah, I'm just like taking it a bit easy. I'm gonna watch Felicity after this. I'm getting close to the last season. Try to finish it so that I can start just in time for like the end of September, early October. I can start watching things like the new like Pretty Little Liars like spin-off series, like spooky vibes, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm just like kind of taking it easy and just trying to like enjoy my day in the best that I can. And I just felt like I would take you along for that. So I'm gonna like sit down. I want to tell you guys a crazy story that has just happened to me recently. So let's go sit down and talk about that. So I wanted to tell you this like crazy story that happened to me. So I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I've been kind of like getting very into my like spiritual side lately. It was like around the end of June or so, I saw that a bunch of like people on TikTok kept coming up and doing like tarot card readings, and they really interested me, so I started listening to them and I was resonating with a lot of them. It was kind of bizarre, and ever since that I've been honestly kind of addicted to them. It might be a problem, I'm not sure, but they've been doing wonders for me. So I've been listening to these readings, but like also right before that, I've also been getting a lot of TikToks about like my birth chart, learning about my birth chart, what's going on with the planets, like just all of these things. And I've been resonating with it so much. So I've been obsessed with like, I'm a Capricorn rising, a Cancer sun, and a Pisces moon. And I've been learning so much about what that means. Not even like close to as much as there is to know about it, but just a couple little tidbits that have been like, wow, that makes so much sense based on like who I am as a person. It's been so helpful, and I've just really been leaning into it, and it's kind of become like a little bit of a hobby, and it's just bringing me so much like peace, and honestly just enjoyment, and I just needed some of that in my life so badly. So if you don't like any of that stuff, totally fine. This is just like what I've been into lately, but if you are curious to know more, stick around my channel because I'm sure I'll talk about it a lot. But so I need to tell you about the situation that happened with one of these tarot card readings. I was talking to my therapist like 2 weeks before, and we decided that I was not going to weigh myself for the 2 weeks in between our appointments, because we do every 2 weeks now. I just realized that like every time I weigh myself is when all of my problems start up again, because I'm like, why am I not seeing results, or results aren't happening fast enough? And then it causes me to manipulate my eating or exercise in some way, which then causes me to go back into my old patterns of like binge restrict, all or nothing, just like the disastrous patterns that were just causing me all these issues. So we're like, okay, I need to go at least these 2 weeks without weighing myself, without thinking about what my body looks like, without doing my measurements, and I will do it again on the day that we meet. So I'm gonna take a break for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna think about it and see how that works for me. And when the day of our appointment, I'm going to do like my weigh-in and all that kind of stuff. And then if I'm upset about it, like I can talk about it in therapy. I thought that was like kind of a safe plan for me. I realized that like I was doing really, really well with my eating. Like I felt so calm and at peace. I wasn't leaning to like my old coping mechanism of just eating. I wasn't spending the night eating. I felt like I was eating really good, like healthy whole foods. I was feeling great. So Tuesday night comes around, which is the night before my therapy on Wednesday. And I was so excited to weigh myself in the morning, because I was like, I have been doing so good for 2 weeks. There's no way I'm not going to see some kind of result on the scale. And I'm so excited to see a result on the scale. I was even like brushing my teeth just before bed and like doing a little happy dance, which when I look back at it, like I'm so embarrassed that that's how excited I was to weigh myself. But that's this journey, okay? It sucks, it's bizarre, it's weird. I get into bed, I pull up TikTok, and one of the girls that like does readings all the time and like shares messages and things like that all the time comes up, and she does like multiple part videos. So I'm listening to her first one, and near the end of it, she goes, some of you are gonna lose weight. Some of you are gonna lose a lot of weight, and it's gonna be really fast. I'm hearing that you need to nourish yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you're eating, because your body needs to be ready for this like big loss of weight that's gonna happen. And I was like, whoa, like I paused the video and I was so overwhelmed by it, because I was like, I've spent the past 2 weeks really focusing on my nutrition, like as in eating what fills like my soul, my like physical body. What am I excited for? What's gonna make me feel good? What am I actually craving? And I've been making like so many really healthy things, and I've been feeling really good about my diet and like not in control of food whatsoever. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose a ton of weight all of a sudden. which is why I need to be nourishing myself. This makes so much sense. So then I go to part 2 and she's just talking about all kinds of different things. And she randomly comes back in and she goes, I keep coming back to this weight thing. Some of you for like, I'm getting like 16 years or so, you've been weighing yourself all the time, like every single day or just like really frequently. And you need to throw the scale away. Throw the scale away. Do something differently. That's what's gonna change you. You need to do something differently than you always do. Throw the scale away. And I paused the video and I immediately started sobbing because 5 minutes before I was in the bathroom doing a happy dance about the fact that I got to weigh myself after 2 weeks tomorrow. And now I was being told to throw the scale away. How bizarre is that? This girl, she doesn't talk about like weight and body and things like that very often. This was so random. And for her to like move on to other topics, but then come back to this and say something that specific about exactly what I was dealing with, it was just too much. Like, that's just like, think what you want about like the coincidences. I don't care, but like I genuinely felt like I was meant to hear that. And so basically I had Chris like take the scale out of the bathroom and like put it in another closet so I wouldn't think about it. And I didn't weigh myself on the Wednesday. And I went to therapy and I told my therapist that I didn't weigh myself and I told her like how I was feeling about that. And it feels like a right decision. I'm struggling with it a little bit. It's now been another week and a half since I didn't weigh myself. And it's very weird for me to not know what my weight is right now. Like, I'm trying really hard to detach from the weight specifically, and I'm trying really hard to focus on how I'm feeling. And I know I'm doing healthy behaviors, okay? Like, I'm exercising, I'm incorporating strength training, I'm doing Pilates, I'm doing low impact things that are making my body feel good. I'm walking, I'm getting steps. I am doing all the healthful things. Like, I'm eating vegetables, I'm eating fruits, I'm eating protein and fat and fiber. And like, I'm really focusing on what do I actually want and need when it comes to food. And so I'm like, something has to happen positively in terms of like my body if I'm doing all of those things naturally. Like, I'm not forcing myself to do anything. These are what I actually want to be doing. And because I'm not focusing on the scale and my measurements, it's letting me focus on those things more without the anxiety of like, oh, well, the number's not going down, I have to restrict in some way. And then I just end up overeating because I told myself I had to restrict. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. It's a very overwhelming feeling. I can't believe that she just straight up said, throw the scale away when I was going to wake up in the morning and weigh myself. That's just like so bizarre. So I don't know. Maybe this is a sign for you. Maybe I got that message from her because I'm supposed to share this message with you. Throw the scale away. Don't weigh yourself. Trust your body. Listen to yourself. You will notice that you have cravings that it might be different than you think they are. At first, you have cravings for candy and junk food and fast food and fried food and just all of those things. And then it goes away, honestly, very quickly after you give into it for a couple of days. And then you start craving vegetables. I'm trusting the process. Clearly, I can't believe I got rid of the scale. That is something that I did differently. I keep being told, like, do something different, do something different. And doing something differently for me is to stop listening to the food noise, to stop listening to the thoughts in my head about trying to change the way that my body looks, and to stop weighing myself. Weighing myself has been something that I've been doing, I'm not even kidding, since I was like at least 7 years old. So when she said the 16-year piece, that's crazy, like absolutely insane. And it just like ties into all of this whole like planetary stuff with like Pluto going into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. And like, I can genuinely say that me ditching the scale has changed everything for me when it comes to my relationship with food. I'm still working on this whole thing of I want my body to change while also feeling a lot more neutral about it than I did before. So I don't know. I just need to share that because I felt like it was absolutely crazy. Maybe this is your sign. Lean into this side of yourself. Throw the scale away. I don't know. Feel free to leave your comments down below. Ask any questions that you have. I don't know. But I'm just gonna stop talking now because I just talked forever. So it's lunchtime. I'm actually really, really hungry and I'm so grateful that I have leftovers for lunch. I made this pork tenderloin last night. This has like a honey garlic balsamic sauce type thing. I don't know. It's like pretty good. And then I got these little potatoes that I made into little baked potatoes that I did in the air fryer. And they have like little pats of butter on them. So there's this, and then just to go with it, I'm also just adding like a handful of greens as my like vegetable. And then just like a little bit of this balsamic. Very low effort right now. And then to top the pork, I also have this like peach salsa that I made. So it's like red onion, peaches, jalapeno, salt, pepper, lemon juice. It's pretty good. And that just all goes, did you see that? This just all goes on to the pork. There you go. So this is going to be my lunch for today. I mean, like I said, I'm really hungry, so I'm just gonna go dive into this. We've gotten one of our favorite pizza places in Toronto. This is Pizzeria Badiali. So they had a special this week. This is like, there's like some kind of spicy sausage. There's corn and like a roasted garlic honey or something like that. That looks pretty good. And then this is the burrata marinara. This marinara sauce is so fresh, and there's like the paper thin slices of garlic. So good. And then you have to get it with the dips. This is the pepperoncini dip, and this is the green, what is it called? Like the green goddess ranch type dip, something like that. But yeah, so we're gonna have this. And I honestly think I'm just gonna call it a night. I'm honestly really tired right now. It's kind of a rainy, gloomy day. And I'm just gonna eat this with Chris, and then we're gonna like separate for the night. I'm gonna watch some more of Felicity, and he's gonna watch Eagles game. So yeah, we're just gonna go and do that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here next week for the next one.